So you just follow the crowd. You've just become accustomed to what I say, you have become a product of your environment. Okay? So, what about this? We said to change your thoughts and change your life. What if you change your circle and change your life? You wonder why things been the same way for the past 40 years? Maybe because you've been in the same circle of people, talking to the same people about the same things, the same circle of influence for the last 40 years, regurgitating it over and over and over again. Have you ever been around people and met people or dealt with people, and every time y'all get together, it somehow or another ends up into the same conversation? Like, seriously, that is the only thing you guys have in common. That's because that's the only momentum. That's the only thing you keep current with that person. Next time that happens, I want you to not say 2 words. Just listen the entire time. Don't say anything. Just smile. Let them talk. I say, "What's wrong, girl?" Like, "Nothing. I'm just not, in a talking mood today." "You okay?" I'm just relaxing. Just watching what I'm saying today. That's all. "Oh, okay." And watch it. "Well, you know what, girl? I gotta go." Or, "You know what? Let me talk to you later." Or they'll come up with some reason to leave, because that's all you guys have in common. Women, we're gonna keep it real. How many men in your past or in your now, the only thing y'all do when y'all get together is get physical, physical. I wanna get. You don't know what his favorite color is. You don't know where he live. You don't know what kind of cereal he eat in the morning. You don't even know his name. All you know is what they call him. And I know for a fact that happens, and that's true, because I done sat in many sessions where they have been asked, "And what is his name?" "Well, they call him Pookie. They call him Shorty." You don't know his name, ma'am? No. And it's sad, because the only time they got together was for that booty call, for that late night, session. Take out that common denominator and see how long that person stays in your environment. See how long that vibration rides. Sometimes all you have to do, like I said, is just make a different choice. That one choice can change the dynamics of your life forever. You can stop hearing that same story. Stop you keeping active and alive the same members in your body. Nothing new, nothing productive, the same old, same old. But it's time to release that old cycle and form some new ones. Get out of that familiar territory. What is that for you? See, it's different for everybody, right? And let me tell you, what happens, and this is how life goes, because I see it. Now, I've been a part of it. I've been guilty of it, right? There's some people who have lived in the same house for over 70 years. Never left. It's so funny. I think about it. My grandmother, she would have had multiple homes, right? Like she's kind of like I am. She was like I am. And she, was always moving and thinking and coming up with, new and current things and better things, right? Ideas and ways to do stuff, right? But my grandpa was one of the, those people that they say they stuck and they just are what they are and they do what they do and they've been doing it for so long. They have no desire to change, right? So they lived the house I was born in, which I don't even know if it was considered a house. It was kind of like what they call duplexes now, I guess, but it was like a more like an apartment style duplex. And I think it was only, did it have 2 bedrooms? I don't even know. Because I was, like I said, I was young, but I can remember living over there. And my grandmother told me later in years that she prayed because she knew that meant he would never leave, right? They was, she said she was talking, let's go look at some houses. Let's go. No, we ain't got to, we don't need to look at nothing. We fine right where we at. And she said she got so tired, she just wanted more. She wanted better, right? And she prayed. She said, Lord, make that landlord kick us out. I said, what? She said she knew that was the only way to get that stubborn, what they call them, mules, goats, to move or to budge, was to be pushed out of that nest. And that's what ended up happening. And they was able to find, my grandma found them a beautiful home way on the other side of town, on a nice street in a nice neighborhood. And she wanted to get about 20, 30 years in that one. She wanted to get something else, but he wasn't budging. Once again. So they ended up there. I remember when they moved there, I think I was 5. Because I remember the day we moved in, there was a mattress. You know, as kids, you can remember those things. This is one of my vivid memories, y'all. There was a mattress right over to the side. As soon as you walk in the door, there was the living room. And then there was the dining room with this nice big chandelier. And to the right wall, there was this real nice wall covering. And they had put a mattress over there. And I went over there and I was jumping up and down on the mattress. So I was little. Like elementary school little. When they moved in that house. I think I was still in kinder then. Yeah, because, it wasn't even elementary. I was in kindergarten when they moved in that house. Because when my mom got married, we moved, and I then started the first grade at the new school. So yeah, I was in kindergarten. So what is that? That's 5 years old, 4 years old. And they both passed in that house. And that was when that's been maybe within the last 7-8 years. So over 40 some years they was in that house. But my granny probably would have gave it a good 10, 15, flipped it and found something better. But, that familiar territory. Some people just get stuck. And some people it's a car. Some people bought a car in 1933 and still driving that same car. And I'm telling you, ain't thinking about getting a new one, ain't thought about getting a new one, content with that same car, right? Some people been on the same job 45 years. They're going to have to force them to retire. I worked with a gentleman. When I had first started on my job, he had been there then at least, they said, 20. And they made him retire, right? Do you know that man came back? They could not get rid of Don. He was dedicated to they would make him take vacation. They would look up and he'd be coming in with his hard hat on, pulling files. He couldn't let it go. That was his familiar territory. Some people, it's a church. Some people they grandmama went there. They mama was born there. They was born there. And they kids was born there. And they still in the same church. Have no desire to leave. They done seen all the different pastors and all the different praise leaders and all the different usher. They know the history of that church. Some people, it's a circle of friends. They've been friends since elementary school. They've been friends since junior high school. They 40 and they still the same friends. Some people, it's a relationship. Met them when they was 10 and started dating them when they was 16. Married them when they was 19 and been with them, and now they're 57. That's all they know, right? And some people, like I said, it's the circle of friends or it's a friendship. Some people have had the same best friend since they was 2 years old. Some people, it's a business. Some people, it's a style of clothes. They've been wearing that same style for the last 15 years. Haven't changed. Every time you see them, they got that designer on. Or they got that particular color on. Some people, women especially, it's a hairstyle. I have never, ever seen them with a different hairstyle. Some people, I didn't even watch the different talk shows. Their family get tired of looking at them and send them to a TV show for a makeover. Y'all done seen them? I see them. They always televise them, right? See, others sometimes, and that's where we have to be careful. Do you want to stay or be in that familiar territory? Or do you desire some change? Now, one thing we have to realize, there is no right or wrong to it. It's a choice. But the problem comes in when you have someone who, as I just listed all those things, right? The person who's stuck, wherever they stuck, fails to realize they're stuck with the same car for the last 50 years. Or the same relationship. So because they've been in their relationship, they look at someone who has been in multiple relationships as something wrong with it. Girl, ain't this like her fifth husband? Girl, how many boyfriends do you need? I mean, they go in, right? But you change your car every 2 years. She may have had the same car for the last 15, 20 years. Right? We all got something in our life that is that familiar with us.